Hey there, everybody, and thank you so much for watching our stream here on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree. You're looking live outside the Travis County Clerk's office. This is where the election operation is being hubbed there. In a few moments, we'll hear from Travis County Clerk Dana DeBeauvoir. She's going to be talking about record turnout from the election this year, as well as the results and some information about runoff elections that will be happening here in Travis County and in Austin. So we will await her remarks here in just a moment. But let me share with you some of the numbers that her office sent out to us, talking about just how many votes exactly were cast in this election here in Travis County. So the Travis County Clerk is now saying that more than 607,000 ballots have been cast. These are unofficial results, and they do not include mail-in ballots received today or provisional and overseas ballots. And that represents about 70% of eligible voters participated in this election. That is a very high number. I'm not sure about whether that's a record or not, so we'll have to wait to see what Dana DeBeauvoir shares with us here in just a moment. As you can see, she's approached the microphones there. So let's take a listen as her news conference gets underway here in Austin.
Everybody okay? All right then. All right, welcome to the post-election announcements. We had an absolutely wonderful election last night. We didn't finish up too terribly late at all. Everything was almost completed, and we will finish up a few things today. Total ballots cast so far, and we're going to have a few added to this. 607,521, and the total by mail received 68,349. There are a few hundred in our cache left to count, plus whatever arrives today from the mail that is postmarked Election Day. For early voting, 488,488 voters voted. That was a very exciting turnout, and of course that whole thing represented a huge record-breaking turnout for any election we've ever had in Travis County's history. We are working now on 7,579 provisional ballots. We have 6 days, or 5 days now, to reconcile or cure provisional ballots. We're now looking to receive federal postcard ballots, FPCAs, for military and overseas voters. They have until November 9th to send those back into us too. We will canvass the Travis County portion of the election to the state on November the 12th. So look for that information to go to the state, and then we will also be canvassing all of the city and school elections that we conducted back to those entities about the same time. We will have a runoff election, AISD District 8 at large, and the City of Austin District 6 and District 10, and there could be another couple of runoffs that are going to be scheduled. We'll wait until tomorrow to figure out what we have added to that. The runoff election date is December 15th. That ends the briefing for the follow-up to the election. I'm available for questions if you have any.
In terms of a percentage, do you have the number of people who were registered to vote versus the people who showed up to vote?
Well, 70.4% is our turnout for this election. That's rock star turnout. Our folks did really great.
Compared to 4 years ago, what's that difference?
It's really a huge difference. We eclipsed the turnout from the 2016 election on Wednesday of the previous week. So 477,000 was our previous high water mark. We blew past that days before Election Day this time.
Were there any reports of voter suppression or any incidences at any polling locations here in Travis County?
For all the chatter and the talk on social media threatening actions at the polls, We did not see any problems at all. Everybody wore face masks. It was all very well done. Voters did social distancing. It was all done very smoothly, all during early voting and especially on election day. Voters did a very good job of taking care of one another.
On the day of the election, do you have any reason to believe that maybe the coronavirus had any impact on the turnout that specific day on election day?
I think there is some what you might call coronavirus behavior during this election, but I don't think it was. I don't think turnout was one of them. One of the things that we noticed is that because a lot of people seemed to be working from home, we didn't see that 5 o'clock rush hour turnout like we usually see. It turns out that the turnout about 5 or 6 o'clock would sort of drop down. You'd see a drop off of turnout. That's a little unusual. And we saw that especially on election day. Other than that, people seemed to take our advice to vote early and be sure to use the wait time application so that we could distribute voters in all of the polling places and vote centers throughout Travis County. They took that very seriously. So no, it seemed all of our voters felt very safe. We were very spread out in turnout for the polling places. And I think that was really the response to COVID, was voters taking care of themselves and taking care of each other.
At this time, do you have any information on the demographics of who voted for which candidate in, per se, the elections, as well as some of the big propositions around the ballot?
Right. I do not have those demographics yet. I do anticipate that the political analysts will be providing that information to you and me at some point in the near future.
We're hearing that a second suite of postal facilities has been ordered today by a federal judge just to ensure all of those mail-in ballots are collected by that deadline. Is there any concern, or how confident are you that Travis County will receive all of their mail-in ballots by that deadline?
Well, we had the same great idea. We were going to ask the post office to go and make a final sweep through. Actually, we did that yesterday, later in the day, and we're in conversation with the post office today, too. So I think the post office has done a stellar job trying to keep up with this volume, considering their compromised circumstances. So I think that part is going to be just fine. I don't even think they're going to find any caches of ballots anywhere, but I appreciate them double checking.
Danny, any incidents with poll watchers, either in precincts or here at the clerk's office? And can you clarify your position on poll watchers?
We love poll watchers. Poll watchers are always welcome because they do a good job of sending the word out to everybody else that the procedures here and election law are being followed. We did have one sad incident that we weren't really involved in with one poll watcher here at the counting station, but the other poll watchers were objecting to one poll watcher's behavior, and so they handled that part of it. We weren't really involved. There were no incidences at the polling places either during early voting on election day that I am aware of. It all went so smoothly, and the voters were very kind to each other and to the workers at the polling locations.
Any need on your part, do you think, to open it up more for more transparency, or do you think it's transparent enough?
I think we are one of the most transparent and open organizations in Texas, and we're always open to further ideas about how we might let more people see what's going on while still preserving the health and safety of the election workers.
Are there any indication why one of those ballot boxes came in so much later than the others?
Well, it was the one that was at Round Mountain, and I don't know if you know where Round Mountain is, but it's practically to Blanco County. So they had a very long drive, and they filled out an affidavit, so we're going to hear what the story is, but basically they just had a little bit of trouble closing down and then an extremely long drive back.